Challenging our students to achieve their fullest potential spiritually is first for a reason, because that's the most important of all the 6 areas. Their relationship with Jesus Christ is more important than anything else. We want them to achieve their fullest potential spiritually so they can achieve their fullest potential in all of the other areas. And what that looks like in a classroom is that the classroom begins with where kids are at spiritually. It's not starting with content. It's starting with what is their relationship with the Lord. The content finds its basis every single one of our classes. The Word is the filter, and every teacher we have is here because this is their mission field, and they're discipling kids in their relationship with Jesus. The most important aspect of development for every single student we have is their spiritual development. Because what's most important with any of us, it's that we have a relationship with Jesus Christ and we are growing in that relationship.
We are committed to academic excellence in everything that we do. And for us, we know that academic excellence includes more than just a high math score or high reading scores. Some kids are gifted in math, some in reading, some in art, some in social and emotional. And our desire is to unleash the potential in each individual student so that God can be glorified in everything that they're doing. Academic excellence isn't just about pouring knowledge into students. It's about taking that knowledge and creating that desire and that passion to serve and love the Lord so that they can truly be used to make an impact in His kingdom.
One of the things that I think sets apart Coal Valley Christian is our passion for relationships, and that's both within the student body and from adults to students. I think having a relationship is more than just getting to know people. It's helping kids learn how to be known, and that involves honesty and vulnerability, and that doesn't come easily for younger kids. And so walking them through that it's safe to talk about your fears and your doubts, and those can really turn into very special relationships where kids can start to see their potential and be comfortable who they were made to be. So helping them learn how to interact with other people and be in touch with who they are is one of the best gifts that we can give them.
Helping students achieve their fullest potential socially involves helping them realize that God's doing these amazing things, eternal things in the world, in which He wants them all to be involved. We know through Ephesians 2 that it says we're God's handiwork, created in Christ to do good works, what He set aside for us to do beforehand. God gives you time, and He gives you talents, and He gives you treasures to invest in good things that He's doing, to partner with Him in what He's doing in the world, to bring people to the knowledge of Him, to provide for His children. I mean, if our kids go out of here not knowing that they can be of value to the kingdom by partnering with what God's doing in the world, have we really prepared them to be the church? So we want lots of those opportunities to happen at Coal Valley, and be really comfortable with asking others to partner with them, or be really excited about investing in friends that want to go, or in friends that figure out this creative solution to solve a problem for Christ. Eternal things are happening, and we want to prepare kids to have a deep impact in the world for Him.
So I've been asked to talk a little bit about what it looks like to shepherd and develop our students physically here at Coal Valley Christian. I'm thankful for passages where it talks about being fearfully and wonderfully made. As a father, trying to teach my daughter that it's not about looks, it's not about whether you're successful in sports. Your identity lies in Christ. But with that being said, I'm the athletic director, so I'm going to talk about developing our students physically through the lens of athletic. And one of the first things that I think of was when I interviewed for this position as AD. I think it was Brad Carr asked me, pretend Coal Valley doesn't have sports. Sell us on what the value is of having athletics. And one of the passages that comes to mind for me is 1 Timothy 4 verse 8, which talks about bodily training being of some value, but godliness being valuable in all ways because of its eternal benefit. And I think really that's the way that we should look at athletics. Oftentimes we can elevate it to something that it's not and make it idolatry. But I do believe that athletics and sports do have value. And Paul often uses athletic illustrations in the scriptures to point us to spiritual truths. Hebrews 12:1 and 1 Corinthians 9 and 1 Timothy 4:7, to name a few of those passages that help us point to spiritual truths using sports. And so I think that sports can be a great teaching tool. I think it can teach kids about humility and unity, about discipline and self-control and perseverance. And those are all good things, and something that we really want to foster here at Coal Valley Christian. And ultimately, when they leave from here, my prayer would be that sports isn't something that is idolatry, but it's something that helps them fixate their eyes upon Christ.
You may have noticed that we added the word emotionally to our mission statement. This has been very intentional because what we understand about students, about all of us really, is that God created us with emotions, that our emotions impact every aspect of our lives. Our emotions impact our spiritual health, they impact our relational health, and we know that for students, that when they show up into the classroom every day, they impact their learning as well. So part of what we're trying to do at Coal Valley is, with our staff, helping them to identify how students are doing emotionally, help come alongside students when they're struggling, help them to learn how to work through the emotions that they're having from day to day so that there aren't barriers to their learning, and so their relationships are thriving and their spiritual growth is being fostered in a way that's really authentic and real.